Creativity is thinking up new things, innovation is doing new things. It's really the only quote that could truly encapsulate the feeling of the TU5 Tutorial World. Coming as the third new tutorial world that the community had ever seen, this tutorial world had a lot to prove if it wanted to stand out and be remembered as fondly as some of its predecessors. And although some would say it didn't quite live up to the same level of quality as those that came before it, it definitely left its mark as a memorable map for many. Something extremely special about this tutorial world that many most likely forget or even don't know is that this world was actually the first tutorial world many disc users ever got to experience. And before someone actually tries to correct me on that statement saying no it wasn't, just let me clarify. The tutorial world that many of you are thinking of is the TU7 Tutorial World, which was the first tutorial world available to disc owners of the Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. But what if I told you there was a forgotten disc version of Minecraft that got released before the official Minecraft Xbox 360 edition disc ever came out? See, Minecraft Xbox 360 edition as a physical disc did not get released until April 30th, 2013, but the disc version I'm talking about got released 3 months earlier on January 18th, 2013. It was exclusively available to gamers who bought the official Xbox magazine, which was a British monthly video game magazine that started in November 2001 around the launch of the original Xbox. It would tell you news about upcoming new games and sometimes, depending on the month, give you demo discs to try certain games. I just so happened to be one of those few gamers who actually purchased the magazine, and specifically issue number 95, meaning I got the demo disc for Minecraft Xbox 360 edition, which when loaded up would give you access to the TU5 Tutorial World. So this makes today's tutorial world for me very special. It holds a certain place in my heart as the first version of Minecraft I actually personally ever owned, even if it was the demo. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what is yet again another brand new video on my channel. Today, as mentioned in the hook for the video, I'm going to be talking about Minecraft's third tutorial world, and along with touring out some beautiful shaders on and reminiscing with you all about the past, I'm also going to be sharing out the download for this world for both the Bedrock and Java editions of Minecraft, meaning that you'll have the opportunity to relive the nostalgia as well. So it's October 16th, 2012, and aside from jamming out to the new hit song Call Me Maybe or Somebody That I Used to Know, you're also getting the largest and most game-changing Minecraft Legacy Console Edition update yet. This update, known as Tile Update 5, brought along the option of playing creative, the ability to sprint, the food and hunger bar, super flat worlds, melon and melon seeds, endermen, villages, music discs, mineshafts, strongholds, ravines, and so much more. Something else though that was added was an update tutorial world, the first new tutorial world we had actually really ever seen. When you spawned into this world, it instantly felt familiar to its predecessors, with the spawn looking almost identical. The abandoned miner shelter is here once again, so is the huge Minecraft sign in the sky. Even the same piston tutorial editions we've seen in TU3's tutorial world are here. However, although the spawn may be the same, the terrain surrounding it has dramatically changed. Now there's mountains and, suspiciously, a floating egg. After you've completed the basic tutorial instructions, you'll wander through the tunnel leaving spawn and approach a chest which contains a jukebox, some arrows, a bow, and a strange looking disc called 13. Little will you know that this disc is only one of 12 hidden around this new world. Now, journeying into the nearby floating raft town, you'll find more loneliness than you can handle. Unlike Lonersville, the town from TU1 and TU3's tutorial worlds, this place just feels strangely somehow more empty, perhaps due to many of the buildings being built with grey blocks like stone, cobblestone, or stone bricks, but it's a weird vibe. Just beside this lonely cold town, however, you'll find a small village, but sadly at this point in time, villagers had still not been added into the game, making this village also pretty darn lonely. However, if you adventure to the top of the villagers' church, you'll find another disc, this one being called 11. You'll also have a great view from the top of the church, with depending on where you're looking, you'll be able to see the base in the mountains just behind the spawn, or 2 other villages in the distance with little flags. Now, to save you some time, both villages are cool, but they really aren't anything particularly special. They are both, for all extensive purposes, just 2 normal villages. However, they do hold music discs in each church, with the first having the disc Far in it and the second having Mall. There is also another disc not far from each village though, with Mellow High, I believe that's how you meant to pronounce it, being in the distant treehouse, which you can see from the first village, which is easily obtained by just climbing up into the tree itself. The next disc, Way, is not far from the second village, with it even having a little boat and docking area beside it to help kind of suggest you to go sailing. You'll find the disc on a little remote island just off the coast. Now I gotta chill because I'm not trying to tell you how to find a music disc, that's for another video on another day, so let's just wrap up this amazing tour by visiting the location I've been putting off the most. the base in the mountains just behind the spawn. This is in my own opinion the staple of this tutorial world, and probably for many really the only part they can distinctly remember, as everything else we've showcased is either really basic or just a little bland. Going towards the base though, we have yet again another self-building bridge where all you need to do is press a single button and watch in complete suspense as the machine builds an amazing bridge to your new base. Well, it's supposed to. Like in the previous episode of this series, the bridge just does not work and will not build the bridge whatsoever. Like, I don't know if it's a redstone, I don't know if it's a piston, I don't know if it's the water, the lava, I don't know what it is, but sadly our thirst for watching a bridge build itself cannot be quenched just yet. Once you get into the mountain base though, you'll notice that there are 3 different tunnels you can explore, with each having something cool in it. Well, I say each, but really it's mainly just the left and the right. The left, for example, has a not so hidden lever, which if activated opens an entrance to a nether portal. The middle path has nothing inside it except maybe the room to stop and think, but before you'll do anything like that, you'll have to go explore the right path, which will be a little bit more interesting. The right path has 3 different levels, the bottom being a library, the middle being just the entrance, and the top area being the sleeping quarters, with also a chest containing the disc called blocks. And with all that being said and done, that's pretty much the end of our journey throughout this nostalgic tutorial world, and what a journey it has been. Now before I end this video, I've got to give credit where it is due. Although I am sharing the tutorial world downloads and making this video, obtaining these maps or this map would not have been possible without the amazing collaboration and help I received from my good friends and fellow Minecraft LC supporters, Jake, Emmy, and MC4F. These people right here invested insane amounts of their own time to help make this project possible, so please go and show them and their amazing YouTube channel some love by subscribing to them. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching it. If you did go to enjoy this video and found it interesting or useful or insightful, whatever you want to call it, please share it with your friends and family, drop a like, and if you have any subjects or topics you'd like me to cover in a future video, leave a comment letting me know what they are. Also, be sure to subscribe and turn the notification bell to stay notified when I release any new videos, and hopefully I'll see you peeps later on.